The breathe deep aspect of the Oxygen Advantage method is diaphragmatic breathing, and it helps to enable slow breathing, helps to calm the mind, and improves gas exchange as air is drawn deeper into the lungs. Chest breathing supports functional breathing for functional movement and generates inner abdominal pressure for postural control and spinal stabilization. So, as for the instruction and how to do this exercise, again, we will have a video to go along with, so just kind of a brief overview beforehand. Posture, you're going to be string pulling you up towards the ceiling, and imagine the feeling of the space between your ribs widening. As for the instruction, you're going to place one hand on your chest and the other belly or diaphragm, or you can place your hands on either side of the body at the lower two ribs. Bring air deep into your lungs. As you breathe in, feel your abdomen expanding forward or your ribs expanding outwards. As you breathe out, feel either your abdomen or ribs moving back in. Again, as you breathe in, feel your abdomen or ribs moving outward, and as you breathe out, feel your abdomen or lower ribs moving inward. Ideally, during inhalation, as the diaphragm moves down, the intercostal muscles move outward or the ribs move outward. This generates outward movement of the front, abdominal sides, and back. As you breathe in, feel your abdomen expanding outwards, and as you breathe out, feel your ribs moving inward. The Oxygen Advantage method, we're going to go into learning how to breathe deep. So this comes back to the exercise where we got awareness of where our breath is coming from. Now, the first exercise we weren't trying to fix it or anything, we were just learning where it came from, having awareness of it. Now for this exercise, we're going to change and start to have a focus on where the location of the breath is coming from. So we want the breath to come from is deep down towards the abdomen, tummy. So when you breathe in, it should be expanding. When you breathe out, it should be contracting or going back in. So all you start to do is bring attention and try to breathe into the abdomen. Now we're going to start it here, and we're just going to go for about a minute. And if you notice that your chest is also moving here, that's fine. It's more important that we just to breathe with the diaphragm first, and then we can focus on being only from the diaphragm with no chest movement. Alright, go ahead and let those hands down. Just resume your normal breathing. Now, for a lot of you, this will be exercise that it won't be that fatiguing and it won't be that hard to start focusing on the belly breathing. But for some others, this might become fatiguing. That's why I'm giving a bit of a rest here. Now, if you want to just continue through that, feel free. Alright, we'll start up here again. And we'll go for about another minute. And go ahead and resume normal breathing. And then to advance this exercise, so instead of it just being the belly expanding out forward, we're going to on lateral expansion of the rib cage and the whole abdomen kind of expanding outward. So it's like often referred to as like 360-degree breathing, so it wraps the whole way around. So what's important is just that lateral expansion of the ribs. So if you put your hands right the lower sides of the ribs, we're going to breathe in. You want to feel those expand out, and then when you breathe out, you're going to feel those contract in. Now, this exercise might take some time to learn, especially if you're paradoxical breathing or you're breathing in and your stomach is coming in, or and then when you're breathing out, you're inflating. So it should be inhale, expand, and exhale, contract. And if there's not much movement there now, that's fine. Just focus on that lateral expansion, any at all on the inhale, and then contraction on the exhale. And head, resume normal breathing. Alright, so we're going to practice breathing deep for 5 minutes here. So it's going to be 5 minutes of continuous breathing deep practice. So what we have is either you can put your hands this way and just focus on expanding out. If you're having trouble just with the belly expanding out, stick to this one. If you've advanced this one, doing it as instructed, do this method. So again, we'll get started, breathing in and out, continuing for 5 minutes. And again here, just with as the other exercises, if you start to notice that you need to go back to breathing normal, your breathing is becoming strained, just go ahead, resume normal breathing, and then come back to this exercise.